Women's High Football with Coach Alan Creasy. Brought to you by the Coleman Dental Group in Athens. Domino's Pizza, Athens, Decatur, Hartselle. Jiffy Food Store, Market Street in Athens. And by Jimmy Smith Buick GMC.
And Coach Alan Creasy. Hey, man, how was that rabbit stew?
It was great.
Yeah, it was good stuff, huh?
It was good stuff.
Well, you got plenty of fried bologna this morning to work off.
Well, I've had a little fried bologna in my day.
Yeah, well, we all have. It's good, too. Your schedule is pretty tough for the Golden Eagles this year.
Well, it's pretty tough. You know, we played Hartselle, who was number 1 in 5A, Muscle Shoals, who was number 2 in 5A, and then this week we have Austin, who's number 6 in 6A. So, you know, that's a pretty tough road. But
well, when you made out the schedule, you should have made that a little easier.
Well, we weren't really looking for easier. We were looking for what's going to make us the best. You know, the region schedule we don't have any control over. That's
right.
That's given to us. But
well, last week you hung in there pretty good. We've got some video running right now of the game. So I mean, Muscle Shoals pretty tough.
They're pretty tough. They're probably the best defensive team we've seen in a long time. I mean, they're physical, they're fast. Offensively, they make big plays. You know, it's just hard to defend them everywhere. We didn't play a bad game defensively, even though we gave up a lot of points. We just gave up big plays.
Is it hard to coach up a team when you've had to play against such ranked teams like that, and you get beat, and you know you're sitting at what, 1-3? Is that difficult?
Well, no, we go in and we try to fix the things we didn't do well. I mean, that's what we do when we win. You know, we're going to go back and we're going to try to fix the things we don't do well. We're going to try to get better at the things we do. We didn't do a lot of good things Friday. You know, we played hard. You know, our guys never quit playing hard. We just didn't execute well on either side. And Muscle Shoals had a lot to do with that. I mean, they're a good team. They've had a lot of guys that have been started for 3 years. You know, they're a senior-laden team. I think they started 20 seniors.
And you got a young team.
We have a young team, but we got to grow up. You know, we can't keep falling back on that excuse.
How difficult is it going to be for the Golden Eagles to make the playoffs?
Well, I mean, our destiny's still in our own hands. There are going to be 4 teams from our regions that makes the playoffs. We've lost to 2 of them. You know, we got to make sure that we continue to get better and we win the games we need to win down the road.
All right, how do you play Austin? Their offense is pretty good.
The offense is pretty good. They have a great running back. He's a great running back. He's not your run-of-the-mill guy. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's tenacious, he's smart, he understands how to run the football, and they have a playmaker at receiver. They got a quarterback that started since he was a freshman. I mean, they have all the things in place to be good offensively. We just have to execute what we do defensively, get where we're supposed to be, and make tackles. So you can't let him break tackles. If you get somebody where they're supposed to be, he's got to get him down, and people have had a hard time doing that. But that's what you have to do.
All right, so what can we expect? What do you expect out of the Golden Eagles the rest of the season? Well, you're almost at a halfway point.
Well, this is the halfway point of the regular season. I expect improvement. I expect us to get better every week. We continue to get better, we're going to be okay. You know, we got to play with a little more motion than we played with last Friday. It was hard to do coming off of the Hartselle game, but we just got to keep getting better.
So that's what y'all still practice hard as ever and get ready. Homecoming now is not to what, the 9th game?
The 9th game.
Is that what you tell me? And the rabbit stew was good.
Rabbit stew was good. 2 thumbs up.
Well, I can't complain on that. Well, we got fried bologna for you this morning, and let me get one. You watch NFL, Andy? You get a chance to watch it on Sunday?
We get to watch it on Sunday night sometimes, and Monday Night Football. We're working all day Sunday.
You know that the ratings for that Sunday night show. Have you seen Faith Hill sing that open to that NBC show?
I hadn't seen that one yet.
You need to tune in early.
She's a very, very talented singer.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's the reason I tuned in, just to see her there. But their ratings, 21 million households watched. That's the #1 show in America. 15 million is the next. That's how big it is. And the referees ended their strike last night.
Yeah, that was good. That was a pretty bad call.
That was, yeah, that was got to be. I've never heard anybody talk more about football than that right there.
Yeah, well, but you know, just like I was watching NFL. Whatever the thing on Showtime is. And last night, and Chris Collinsworth was talking about, you know, it's bad, but it's interesting. You know,
yeah, it's interesting. One of those officials was in the, I didn't even know they had this league. What do you call it, lingerie league? Have you seen that?
No.
Well, Donnie gets it at his house. It's a pay-per-view channel. Thank you, Alan. Golden Eagles.
Thank you.
All right, Athens head football coach Alan Creasy is always in here. Don't get you some fried bologna.